also, by the way, Iris, I told Jason that I am also on Facebook Live right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I'm on my Facebook Live because I couldn't figure out how to get to the Wedding Chambers Facebook Live. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just experimenting with it now. So, oh, yep, we're getting people coming in.
Yeah, a few people wanted recording. So I told them we'd put it on our YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, we'll put it on our YouTube. I appreciate everybody who showed up so far, so this is good. I'll just give it a second, and then, so I'm gonna go share my screen real quick. Okay, and you guys, can you guys see this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And hopefully I'll get buzzed in. For some reason, Iris, I can't see me on the screen. All I could see is my presentation.
Well, we can see you in our little headshot section.
Yeah.
So
I can see you.
the presentation
Oh, there I am.
big.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Now. I can see it now. Okay. I wasn't right. Okay. All right. Well, then, not to waste anybody's time, it's 4:02, and I guess if somebody pops in, they will, I'll get notified. So first of all, I want to welcome everybody and thank you so much for showing up for social media marketing tips. So today we're going to talk about social media. Specifically, we're going to focus in on Instagram. I do have a takeaway gift for everybody who is here. So everybody who is here today, I did promise you a gift. And the gift is a list of bad hashtags. The bottom link below, the Jody Harris Online, I'll talk about it a little bit later on as well, but that is where you can claim your gift for free. Oh, Maria's jumping in. So that is where you claim your gift for free, but I'll talk about it in a little bit. So the first thing I want to go over right now is I want to talk about social media. There are 3.81 billion people on social media right now. 3.81 billion people. That's 49% of the world. They're active on social media regardless of their age. Even my 78-year-old mother is on some sort of social media. She's got a Facebook page. She checks her Instagram. She doesn't know how to use it necessarily, but she's there checking in on us and seeing what we have to say and do. So you need to be active on social media. Okay. So out of all the social media platforms there are 1.8 billion people, that's with a B, billion people are using Instagram. So think about that. 1 billion people on Instagram. So that's about 6 in 10 Instagram users. They log into their Instagram at least once a day. And it's the second most logged in social media site daily after Facebook. So let me ask you, by waving your hands in the air, how many of you do check your Instagram at least once a day? Right, exactly. Iris, did you wave those hands, Iris? You're not checking in on your Instagram once a day?
No.
Iris! All right, all this information is for everybody but
I've been the last couple days, but it's been a while before that.
Yeah, no, I follow you, Iris, so I haven't seen much, so that's probably why. But this is a good thing. This is why we're all here. So it's the second most downloaded free app in the Apple Store. So if you have an iPhone, it's the second most downloaded free app in the Apple Store. So everybody's on it. Are you on it? Are you using it? the biggest myth that I can tell you guys right now is that you don't have to have a large following to be successful on Instagram. Everybody thinks that you've got to be Kim Kardashian, that you have to be some sort of social media influencer. You do not have to. You could be super successful on your Instagram with just a few hundred people. You just got to make sure it's the right people that are following you. So don't be turned off by somebody who doesn't have like millions of followers or in the thousands of followers. It doesn't matter, because when it comes down to it, you want to be in front of the right people, So that is super important. Don't judge. It's like judging somebody, right? You don't want to judge a book by its cover. So don't judge somebody's Instagram success because they don't have a large following. I know many people that are killing it on social media and they only have a few hundred people following them. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The one thing that does matter is consistency. And I don't mean you have to post every single day. However, you should come up with some sort of game plan to post on a consistent level. And there are lots of ideas that you guys can do. I mean, you know, I'm different. I really enjoy this. I enjoy social media. I enjoy creating content. In my other life, if you guys didn't know what I did in my previous life before I became, got involved with Sight and Sound, I worked in TV. I worked in event production. I worked in TV. I worked in New York. I worked for Regis Philbin and Kathy Lee Gifford and Michael Gelman. And prior to my experience at Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, I worked in LA and I worked for MTV for a while, in Universal. I worked for cable television, Paragon Cable Television, producing community content. So for me, my love is, I love to create content. So I'm very consistent with my content, but that doesn't mean it's for everybody. But the key to successful Instagram or social media is being consistent. And that's whatever consistency looks like for you. You could be consistent maybe 2 or 3 days a week. That would be great. Or maybe once a week. But if you are going to do something once a week, then make it exciting. Attach it to something. Maybe Wednesday is your day. Maybe Wednesday you're in the wedding business and Wednesday is going to be the one day a week you're going to post consistently. So maybe you come up with Wedding Wednesday. Maybe that's your thing. And people look forward to that consistency because they'll want to see what you're doing on Wedding Wednesday. Or for somebody like Leland and myself, we're in the music industry. Maybe we come up with a, Tuesday, where we post a different new song or a song that we like or a song that may be popular for a wedding or a party song, whatever it is, it's all about that consistency. A lot of people here on this call are in the wedding industry. So I don't know if you know, but Wedding Wire, and it's free. So you guys can all have access. And listen, I'm the girl right now. Free is for me. Whatever I can get my hands on free right now, I'm going to do it because I have no money to drop in on a monthly subscription. So free is for me. So everybody, I want you to know that the Wedding Wire, it came out with its brand new insight reports for 2020. So what that means is the Wedding Wire interviewed couples that got married in the year 2019, and they created this report. If you want to get your hands on this report, just go on Google and type in Wedding Wire Insider Report, Wedding Wire Insider, because when you read it, it will blow your mind away. So definitely it's free. You don't have to be an advertiser on the Wedding Wire. You guys can get it for free. So the Wedding Wire Insight Report just came out, and when they talked about how couples are planning their wedding, 88% of them are doing their wedding planning online. So you need some sort of social media online presence because that is where 88%. Who are the other percentage that are not using it? But 88% are doing wedding planning online. And of that 88%, 75% of couples, and this can go for any business, but right now, I'm giving you Wedding Wire statistics. 75% of couples are following vendors on their social media. Are you on social media? Do you have a presence there? Are you only posting once a month, once in a blue moon, once a quarter? So they are following you, and we're getting, guess what, folks? We're getting into engagement season. I don't know about you, but I know plenty of people that get engaged over the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, they're getting engaged, and now is the time that they're going to start. So now is the time you need to up your game. You need to start posting consistently, because they're going to look back and they're going to see what stuff you posted. If you're a photographer, they're going to go back and see, I wonder what kind of pictures, you know, they're posting. Photo booth, oh, wonder what kind of photos they're posting. Venue, they're going to want to see what your venue looks like. So post those. It's super important now more than ever. So let's talk about how these people are finding you, and they're finding you via a hashtag. A hashtag, if you don't know what a hashtag is, there goes Wyatt. A hashtag is, I want you to think of a hashtag as like Google, is like the Google of Instagram, right? A hashtag is what people are going to use to find you. If you are an active Instagram user, think about what you look for on Instagram. What hashtag are you using? I know my sister loves Siberian Huskies, and she turned me on to, she did the hashtag Siberian Huskies, and guess what? She found people that deal with Siberian Huskies. If you're getting married in Las Vegas, somebody might type in Vegas weddings, Las Vegas weddings. You know what really sucks about the hashtag when you live in Vegas? This really sucks, is that we're stuck. We're stuck because we have to use Las Vegas and Vegas. You got to use both. You can't pick one or the other. It's either it's Las Vegas, it's Vegas. So if you are posting on your Instagram, you got to use both. So that's what a hashtag is. Think about common phrases that somebody would use to find you on Google, and then just think of that for a hashtag. That's what you need to think about. So the next thing I want to tell you about is there's something called a black hole. So and that's a hashtag that has over 500,000 posts. And that goes for any occupation you're in. If you're a doctor, if you're marketing, you know, widgets, whatever it is, anything that's over 500,000 is a black hole. And a black hole hashtag is kind of like, nobody's going to see you. If you're posting in a black hole and you're hoping to get business, you're not going to get found. So let me show you by example. So what everybody should do right now is you should take out your phone, okay? I'm going to give you the perfect example so you can understand what a black hole hashtag is. This is if you're driving in a car, then don't do this. I recommend that you do not do this exercise. I want all hands on your wheel. Okay, I want you to go into your Instagram account, right? And I want you to search love, L-O-V-E, and I want you to hashtag it. So it's hashtag love, spelt L-O-V-E. Don't spell it any other way. Just spell it love, okay? So everybody you guys got your hashtag love? Okay, somebody tell me how many posts, just shout it out. How many posts, when you open it up, how many posts does it say it has?
1.9 billion.
Okay, billion, okay. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to go over to recent. So click recent, right? And I want you to stare, just look at maybe the first 6 or 9 photos. So look at those. Everybody's might be different, but look at the first 6 to 9 photos. This is a black hole hashtag. Now what I want you to do is I want you to refresh your screen. So kind of pull down and refresh. Where did those top 6 posts go? Where did they go? They're way down on the list, way down. I want you to do it again. Where did the other go? So somebody searching for you, your company, your business, whatever it is that you do, If they're searching for you and they use the hashtag love, they're not going to find you because you're going to go way down on the list. And you certainly don't want to waste valuable hashtag real estate by using that word love. It's just you might as well burn it. You might as well throw water on a fire. So that's how quickly that's a black hole. That's what I mean when I say a black hole hashtag. So what is a good hashtag? Where should you be as far as users? So the sweet spot is anything that has 10,000 posts and 500,000 posts. So right there. You want to be using hashtags that are in that sweet spot. But Jody, you know, it's not as nichey. You could still use a hashtag that might have like 1,000, 1,000 posts or anything under 10K. You could still use it. I'm not telling you not to, but I'm just telling you that's a party that very few people will be at. And it's very nichey. It's a very nichey, hashtag. So unless people are specifically looking for that niche, it's not going to work out too well for you. So I'm not saying don't do it. And when we talk about how many hashtags you can use in a post, if you want to seed, if you want to sprinkle out, if you want to do, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. But if you want to sprinkle in, a few hashtags that might be under 10K and you want to use a hashtag that's a black hole, then try it. There's no right or wrong, but I would not use, my hashtag real estate. I would make the majority of my hashtag real estate in that sweet spot. So let's talk about it. So this is controversy. I hear this all the time. How many hashtags are we allowed to post in our post? Instagram allows you 30 hashtags in a post. I would tell you that you should be, again, we talked about it just now, between 10,000 and 500,000. That is where you need to be. And you need to consistently research your hashtags all the time. Because I don't know if you know this, but Instagram will ban a hashtag. So you better be looking at that before you post a hashtag. You better do a little research to see if that hashtag is still relevant. If it's still, like, I know a lot of people in the makeup and beauty industry that a lot of those hashtags have been banned. There's been a lot of beauty and makeup industry hashtags that have been banned because what happens is these spammers, I don't know if you get them, but these spammers, they latch on to these hashtags and they ruin it for everybody. Mm-hmm. So it is crucial that you just don't pick out of the clear blue air a hashtag that you think might attract people. You need to research. You need to know what the numbers are. So when it comes to those 30 hashtags, you don't want to clutter up your Instagram post. A lot of people, they'll write their catchy little description or that, their catchy little, description of their picture. And then what they'll do is they'll put some dots in there and they'll use their hashtags in the post. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If that's how you want to do it, go for it. God bless you. I find that I get better results when I put the hashtags as the first comment. So when I make my hashtag my comment, I do much better. And it looks nicer to a couple or to a client that's researching, not to see all these hashtags in my post. So that's what I use. But again, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get penalized if you do it this way or that way. It doesn't matter. What does matter and what's going to get you into that category that's like the top posts is that you need to match your content, your hashtag with your photo. So your content, your photo need to match the hashtag that you're using. Perfect example. A lot of people use hashtags that have nothing to do with the picture that they're posting because they want to get on the bandwagon of getting it seen. Don't do that. In my bad hashtag list that I provided for you guys absolutely free, you can pick it up right there. That's where your gift is. That's selfie.com. That's where you get your free hashtag list and a bunch of other stuff that's free too. You'll see what I mean by that. So don't latch your hashtag onto something that has absolutely nothing to do, because so many people want to be in that top. You want to be in that top, there's recent and top posts, and that's how you're going to get it. You're going to do much better if you can get, if you can do it that way. I mean, look at the person that got love. They must have been doing something right, because they're in the top post. So let me ask you, so far, is all this making sense to everybody? Can I just get a thumbs up, or, okay, good. Okay, cool. And if anytime, you can just let me know if you have a question. I'm happy to pop in. So again, we talked about this, using hashtags that are between 10,000 and 500,000 users, posts. That is good for your growth. So remember, if you want to grow and you want people to find you, you need to be in that range. So keep it in between that range. Let's talk really quickly about what your Instagram should look like, okay? And again, you can see from my followers that I'm not Kim Kardashian, I'm not Khloe, I'm not any of those Kardashian people. I have 1,264 people followers that are following me, but they're the right 1,264 followers. They're not the wrong ones, and it grows every single day. So here's what you need to do. You need to make your profile very concise, very concise. You can see the Sight and Sound one, a fun company for fun people, and we tell people what we do. Now, something really, really cool that everybody here should be doing, and if you're not, you're missing the boat, is you need to go and get yourself either a link tree. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Linktree, or Flow Page. Someone's coming in, hang on. So as you see, so when I wrote the description for Sight and Sound, I wanted to make it so easy that anybody could understand what this Flow Page thing is. So drop a finger, not the middle finger, but drop a finger down, so that people, when they look at your Instagram profile, they know that if they click this, like for me, it's Linktree or Flow Page, they can actually, it's almost like a secondary website where you can provide all your content. Linktree is great. So like I said, right now, anything free is for me, okay? I don't know about you, but anything free is for me. You can go on Linktree and get a free Linktree account. And let me tell you, some of the, Chrissy Teigen uses Linktree. A lot of celebrities use Linktree for their one link. It's a one link. It takes you to everything. You can have your website on there. Multiple one links. Your YouTube channel can be on there. Everything could just be on that one page. Now, on my personal, I use Linktree, and I pay $6 a month. So that one I pay for, and that's only because I did it before the pandemic. So I was using Linktree. I was using the pro version of Linktree. I'm still paying $6 a month. I'm happy with it. It's fine. I don't care about that. But when it came to Sight and Sound, and it came to find a company that does the one link, I was experimenting, looking around, and I found Flow Page. Now, Flow Page is great. The free version of Flow Page does everything that the paid version of Linktree does, except it's free. So keep that in mind, except it's free. So I highly recommend you do that, because that's where your clients can find your website. They could find your blog. They could find your podcast. They could find a music list. If you put together a dance list, if you want to show them a recent wedding at, Carmine's, they can see all that stuff. You just create it using that one link. The other opportunity that people always seem to miss when it comes to Instagram are those highlight buttons. Those round circles. You see the round circles: wedding, photo booth, DJ, Border Grill, awards. So many people miss the opportunity to get their services seen by not having these little circles. So basically what the little circles are, they are Instagram stories. And just so you know, I didn't do a thing on Instagram stories on this because I can talk for hours on social media. I mean, your head would spin if I broke every single thing down. But I can tell you that there are 5 million stories on Instagram every single day. 500 million of them. So what these little circles are, they're called highlights. They're highlight buttons. So if you post an Instagram story, you can actually see, an Instagram story is only up for 24 hours. That's it. After 24 hours, that Instagram story goes away unless you make it a highlight. So what you can do is you can actually highlight that Instagram story if you want. Oops, sorry, I jumped. Whoops, where did I go? Where did I go? Hang on a second, guys. Oh, look at me, I'm just jumping around. I get so excited. So yeah, so that's what the highlight button is. Okay, whoops, go back again. Okay, there we go. So that's what the Instagram, that's what it is. And it's very easy. All this stuff that you're seeing, like these graphics, these cool graphics, you can make these yourself in Canva. So if you don't, again, free is the money word right now, free. Canva. Definitely check out Canva. If you don't have Canva, definitely check it out. So so a list of hashtags. So basically what I've done for you guys is I've put together a list of over 750 hashtags that you can use if you're in the event business. Now, these hashtags, as we talked about, have been researched. They are not black hole hashtags. However, I did include black hole hashtags just so you don't have, so you know. And in the list of 750 hashtags, I did tell you what is a black hole by color. So what is a good hashtag, what's about black hole hashtag, and what hashtag has less than 10,000 people. And again, you can see that that list is up for grabs right there on that website. Included with that list is a list of holiday hashtags. So the holidays are coming up. You guys might want to know what to use for holidays. It's a separate separate item that I have, and the best time to post. A lot of people have no idea when the best time to post on social media is, believe it or not. I use a scheduling software. I don't know if you guys use one, but I would highly recommend when it comes to posting your Instagram, use a scheduling software. I use Planoly. I know a lot of people use Hootsuite. I use Planoly. I think I pay $9 a month for it. It works out great. And what's included in Planoly is they give you a social media calendar. So if you're struggling for content ideas, they give you a calendar, a holiday calendar that tells you what holidays are coming up. Something silly like, you know, National Good Neighbor Day or National Pancake Day. Now, I know that pancakes don't have anything to do with weddings, but yeah, they do actually. You can probably find or create a really good Instagram story around the Instagram post around a pancake and your wedding day. Eat a good breakfast, start your day off with a good breakfast. Oh, and by the way, today is International Pancake Day. So these calendars are really, really good. The same thing with the list. The list of 750 hashtags are really good because it gives you content ideas. If you're struggling with content ideas on like what to post, then these 750 hashtags list is great for that. I'm also, if anybody is also interested, I'm also including with that 750 hashtag list, a 1 hour free coaching session with me. You're going to get up to 1 hour of time with me. We're going to do it on a Zoom, and we're going to review your entire social media strategy. And if you don't have one, we'll create one for you. I will look at your Instagram. I'll even look at your Pinterest if you want me to, your Facebook, whatever it is that you want me to do. That is included with the list of 750 hashtags and holiday hashtags and best time to post. Now that list that list is not free. That list is not free. And I know I said freeze for me, but I spent many, many hours putting that list together. So, and a lot of people want that list. However, anybody who's here on the call tonight, if you use Wedding Chamber as the promo code, you get that for 50% off. You get that list half price. So that list is going out 50% off to all chamber people that are on this call. You got to use Wedding Chamber, put it in the promo code, and you will get that list for 50% off. But the one gift that I do have for you tonight is the free gift, which is the bad hashtag list. So you pick that up the same place you would buy the hashtags for 750, Instagram hashtags. And again, these are some of the clients that I've worked with in the past month. I've worked with George Lopez. I don't know, Leland might know George, but George Lopez is a DJ, owns a big production company. He's out of Valencia, California. He speaks at all the industry conferences, and I was able to, he worked with me on the hashtag list, and he wrote a glowing review about how I was able to help him with his social media and do the 1 hour coaching session. So him and his wife, he owns J&M. They're huge in the LA area. Valencia is where his home based out of. And his wife owns Bellissima. It's a bridal show in Southern California. And the list of hashtags have been very effective and an asset to their marketing. So absolutely. And then another company that I've worked with in the past is based out of Australia. And they own an award-winning event production company in Australia. And this is the owner of the company. I sat down with her and she bought the list, and we had a 1 hour coaching session. And she said, this list and tips you share with how it can be implemented have certainly been a game changer. It's like a super tool for online marketing. It saved her a lot of time. It eliminated any mind blanks on which hashtags to use. Because you got to remember, folks, you cannot use the same 30 hashtags all the time. You can use them for a short period of time, but then you got to switch them up. And what are you going to switch them up with? And if right now we're all busy, right now companies that used to have 5, 6, 7 people in a department are now a one-person show. They're selling, they're servicing, and they're doing the marketing. So this list will help that person that's the one-man show. And for some of us, we've been one-man shows for quite a long time. This list will actually help you, and it'll get your mind thinking and moving. So it's a great list, a great resource for content ideas as well. And yeah, so I think, yep, talked about that. So that's right now. We're at, that was about a half an hour. That went pretty quick. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. I know one thing I did want to kind of talk about is like scheduling, because we talked about consistency, right? I talked about being consistent and how you have to post every day. And people like, I just don't have that kind of time. I call BS on that. You do have that kind of time. Everybody has time, okay? Has some time to do this. What you do, here's my tip for creating content and what to post. You go to Dollar Tree, okay? Go to your local Dollar Tree. Okay, perfect. Oh, people are commenting, hey. Okay, go to a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General or whatever you have in your neighborhood, a dollar store. And right now is the best time to find a calendar. One of those calendars. You go there, buy the dollar calendar, and with a pencil and your little calendar of holidays, you start scribbling down, what you're going to post on what day. So if you're going to make Wednesdays Wedding Wednesday, then no, like for me, Wedding Wednesdays for me is Wedding Cake Wednesday. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to do Wedding Wednesday, but I still wanted wedding in the word for Wednesday. So what I did was, I've had so many wedding cake couples cutting their wedding cake. I decided to make Wedding Cake Wednesday my day. And you guys can use it too. I don't care, because there's a lot of people on Instagram, as you know. So Wedding Cake Wednesday, you find, and that's what you do with your calendar. You just take this calendar, you take a little pencil, you do it maybe on a Sunday, and you just start jotting ideas down. And that way, when you're ready to produce content, it's right there. You won't forget what it was. Or buy the list and match up the list with something that you could what you can create content around. So it's real cool. So I definitely, the one thing I have to tell you, if I could walk away with anything in this half an hour, 45 minutes we've been here together, is consistency. Consistency is key. That's the money right there. Consistency is key. You know, just like your favorite TV show, you know that if you watch Dancing with the Stars, you know every Monday night, Dancing with the Stars is on Monday night. You know it's going to be on. If you listen to a podcast, you know that every Thursday, Mike Walter and Joe Bunn drop the PhDJ podcast every Thursday. You know that you have something to look forward to. Don't think your clients aren't doing the same thing. You've got clients that are looking to see, okay, what is she doing on Wednesday? You know, what's Wednesday going on? What's going on Friday? So yeah, that's the biggest takeaway I could tell you to do. And I've been very consistent. If you follow the company, not me personally, but if you follow the company, you'll see that we consistently create content, and doing it has opened up doors that were closed for us. So, you know, doors that were shut, doors have reopened for us. Now, granted, not a lot of stuff is going on right now. However, because we were posting consistently, people saw us and go, "Oh my God, I didn't know you did that," or "Wow, this is what's going on." So you need to, consistency is the king or queen. Maria had a question on highlights. Maria, you just want to jump in real quick? You said elaborate on it. So did you?
Well, I'm trying to find out. So when you're posting an Instagram story, is there an area to put the highlights? Because you're right, you can only leave it on for 24 hours. And the best thing I got out of this, Jody, is I've been working with my VA, because I'm glad you told us about the flow, because the flow is going to make a difference to flow right to the pages. That's been Instagram is very proprietary on having more than one website. So that's a great way of, or
Yes.
you know, the link.
Linktree.
On the highlights, I love them. And so when you go to post an Instagram story, what are you saying to do? Is there an area you hit that highlights it?
Yeah, so basically what you do is you have to create the highlight buttons first, Maria. So you need to create the highlight buttons first. So
Okay.
and then when you post your story, so let's say, Maria, you do ceremonies at the Mirage, okay?
Right.
You might want to have a highlight button that says Mirage, right? Let's just say Mirage. So every time you post an Instagram story of you doing a wedding at the Mirage, when you actually record it, you could save it at the same time to
In that button.
that button. Exactly.
Right. Where do you make that? Where do you make that button? How do you?
Oh, you met right in your Instagram, right there,
Okay.
right when you log in, right when you log in. And if you need help, I'm happy to go over that.
Okay, I'll catch you on that. You got it.
Yeah, catch me on it. We'll go over it. But yeah, it's super easy. You just do it right there. When you go to your profile, you should be able to create a button. So when you go in, yeah. See, when you slide down, it says new, like it'll say new. For me, because I have buttons all in mine. But if I want to create, let's say, you know, I want to create a new button. Let's say, you know, Kay's here, right, from Carmine's. Let's say I do a lot of weddings at Carmine's, right? And I want to create an Instagram highlight button that just says Carmine's on it. I would just create a brand new button with artwork. You got to do artwork. So you need to go on Canva and make a circle or whatever. And then I would write Carmine's in there. So if I have brides or couples that are planning weddings at Carmine's, I could just tell them on the phone, hey, Maria, I do a lot of weddings at Carmine's, and if you follow us on Instagram, I have a highlight button that shows the weddings that we've done at Carmine's. And again, the highlight could just be people dancing. It could even show her dining room. You know, a lot of times we'll be like, here we are, we're at Carmine's tonight, and we have a wedding for 25 people, and we put it on our Instagram story, but we could now save that to Carmine's on our highlight button. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Awesome. Cool. Michelle, you had a question. Did you figure it out, the Linktree thing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. That made sense, right?
Yeah, no, it did. Just because I have a business. So I thought it was good to maybe put my LinkedIn profile on my Instagram page, possibly.
Yeah, you can do that with Linktree. You can put anything you want, anything that links, you can put that on there. So that's a good one. I never even thought about putting my LinkedIn on there. But yeah,
That's
absolutely.
cool. Yeah, I like that one.
Anybody else have questions about the Instagram stuff that I just went over? Okay, cool. Do you guys know where to claim your free bad hashtag list?
Maybe you can copy it and put it in the chat so everybody can download it and they have it.
Yeah, I will.
Just put it right in the chat. If you can just copy it, then everybody can just go over and download the chat information, right?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
It's easier to download chat than it is sometimes too.
Yeah, let me see if I can get up there. And we have people also watching on Facebook as well. Well, cool. I'm glad everybody.
It was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, good. How do we change the highlight image? I think what you do, Matt, is I think once you have the highlight image, I think you're kind of stuck with it. I haven't played around with it because I've never tried to change my highlight image. I've kept it. So yeah, I don't really know the answer on how you could change that highlight. Once you create the button, the round button, I don't know how you could change it. You might, and if you start a new button, then you're going to lose all the content that you had on the other button. So here, let me get in here real quick. So cool. And let's see, where did I put it? Hang on one second, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm going there. You're all so quiet. Let me do this. Share, copy. I'm coming. I got too many windows open. Paste. Got it. Okay. Oh, good. Jason answered the question. So you can change them. Click one, hit. Okay. So you can, Matt. Jason just answered your question on that. I mean, I actually hired somebody on Fiverr when we were doing our buttons, and Fiverr is another really great resource. I just hired somebody on Fiverr. I told them what my colors were, what I wanted, and that way, again, it was all before the pandemic hit. But yeah, and they designed my my stuff. So thanks. Cool. Thanks, Michelle. All right. Sarah, Maria, Jason, anything wedding chamber related we need to tell everybody before we end our webinar today?
Gosh, I don't know. Well, come next month because I'm presenting live.
Oh, good. And what are you presenting on?
Actually, I'm going to be talking about falling in love with success. You know, we make dreams happen here in Las Vegas. So our call to action is going to be never-ending dreams start with us.
Awesome.
No, so,
Very
and it
cool.
does. And this is next year is going to be a hell of a lot better than this year.
Let's hope
That
so.
I will take to the bank. That I'll say.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, tell Mark I said happy birthday. It's Mark's birthday, everybody. Everybody
Oh.
say happy birthday to Michelle's husband, Mark.
Happy
He
birthday,
was
Mark.
Yep.
Thank you. He
Mark-
says thanks. He's being shy.
Cool. Anybody else then before we say goodbye? I do want to let Sarah, thanks for forwarding that email to me. Marilyn Kirkpatrick, our Clark County Commissioner, guys, did get a copy of my our safety protocols when it comes to dancing. So I've been trying to send it to her. So Leland, that's maybe good news that the Clark County Commissioner is very interested in our policy, our safety policies, on what we're going to do to keep people safe if we open up a dance floor and when the dance floor is open. So that is good news. Maria, just real quickly, because we have some chamber members on here, do you just want to tell them we had two, it was in the newsletter, but we had some very successful conversations with commissioners?
We did with actually with 4 of them. So Stavros Anthony, right? We had Michael Nash, William McCurdy, and Marilyn, Fitzpatrick. And, we do know, we had some rumblings. We thought that maybe they had overlooked the industry, and not that they hadn't, but you know what? I really think now that we have started to take the first step and meet with these commissioners, and this is just the first step, just because it's an election year doesn't mean it ends. This is where it starts. That they will definitely start to consider us whenever there's something that's going to impact our business going forward. And you know yourself, Jody, we had heard some negative comments. We thought about one of the commissioners and what they said about dancing and so on and so forth. And I think by you taking that initiative and forwarding her the policy made a big difference. So, being active and grassroots efforts in small businesses really do make an impact with these politicians. So your voice is heard, and I'm just thrilled that we're moving forward, and we need more people involved.
Yes. And
Maria, did we get anything back from Commissioner Kirkpatrick on the directives that we were talking about during our meeting?
No, not yet. But you said you just sent her the stuff. So
I sent it to her when we talked.
You sent it to her the same day.
right. The
Yeah, I
thing is,
sent it
right,
the same day, and it kept getting bounced.
because you know why? Hold up, my dogs. You were putting either .org. It was supposed to be .gov on.
No, I changed it. I changed it.
I don't know
and it
why.
still went. But long story short, I spoke to her assistant today after I sent it, and her assistant did clarify that Marilyn got it.
Right, and she was going to speak to the governor's task force, and all she can do is make the suggestion if it looked good. There was nothing that could change right away, and we knew that from her conversation. So.
Right. So I want to thank you, Maria, for reopening the door that was closed for a while. I mean, we had a government liaison person back in the early days of the wedding chamber, and now I'm very excited that Maria took the bull by the horns, and now we're on the radar, and they know us, and they're not going to ignore us anymore. They know that there is a Las Vegas wedding chamber, and they were very nice to us. They were very respectful. Both Commissioner Naft and Commissioner Marilyn Kirkpatrick, who, if you guys know, Marilyn Kirkpatrick was handpicked by the governor to lead the task force in Las Vegas and Clark County. So she's like, she's very close to him. So that is, and she was super nice. I didn't have any of that. I wasn't a big fan of hers.
I know, but she's also on the board of health, I think it is, or the also. So she gave us some insight on that. We're not going to get anything done immediately, but at least she's heard us. And when things start to relax a bit, listen, we're at 250 now, which is better than what it was. Okay.
And I hear it could go up in January. I heard that
let's go forward and not backwards. That's how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, without any further ado then, unless anybody has something new to say, I'm good. Just, please, if you make sure you claim your free gift, and the offer on the 750 list is a great deal with coaching. So take advantage of that. And that's all I got.
Oh, but next month we vote also. So it's very important that we have people there to vote. We talk about politicians, but part of this board and the people that are involved in this board, it's very important that you're there to elect the people that are currently serving on the board that have had, we've had a little bit of history. And then we want to also start fostering relationships with new people and cultivating them down the road when, so that we have other people taking over these positions. I mean, like Sarah has those golden handcuffs. She's never been off.
That's not true. I didn't start the chamber. I came on board 3 years ago, but
You and I came on board at the same time, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had previous treasurers. We've had 2 previous treasurers, so.
But we
Just need
can't,
people to come and, so we need to support our industry. We need to get more people actually being members of the chamber. And
Yeah.
it's so affordable right now.
oh my
So-
God, it's practically, for $100. I mean, you can't beat it. So, and we've got some really exciting brand new members, like the Mirage is on board and the Stratosphere is on board, which is very exciting. I mean, so we're definitely, we're definitely on the radar of these places. So, and now a lot of the hotels, because the conventions aren't bouncing back as quickly as they thought it would be, they are doing weddings. And maybe that was a reason why Marilyn Kirkpatrick wanted to see the dance policies. Maybe the hotels that are bar dancing are going, we need to do something because our ballrooms are empty and our employees are not working. So, yeah, Leland, go ahead.
I have a question to ask you. I remember you were mentioning about Carmine's restaurant over there at the Forum Shops. Are they open?
Okay.
Yeah,
Carmine?
highly
They
limited.
open?
Yes, we are, definitely.
Just check.
100%. We opened up June 5th. We opened up when the Caesars properties opened up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
7
because
days a week. Yep,
I haven't heard from Courtney. That's why I was asking.
You know what? Courtney's furloughed. She was laid off, but I have good news for everybody. She is coming back on Monday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
As a front of the house manager, not in the special events area, but we had some movement in the front of the house. So she's
Right.
going to be coming back, not an event oriented yet, but at least back into the restaurant and part of the team again.